How's it going, everyone? I'm back again. I got Aura here with me, and I'm playing Shock Troopers. I just want to apologize. I'll probably be clearing my throat a lot. I feel like I got a bunch of phlegm in my throat. I went for a jog earlier, and that didn't help nothing. And I think that boost drink that I drank is also not really helping anything either. But yeah, anyways, Aura, say hi.
Hi everyone, I'm Ara. I'm the supportive wifey. Say, Dark, you sure you don't want to take a sec to clear your throat before you hack up a lung on stream? I mean, we're going for relatable, not bronchitis survival documentary. Plus, if you cough one more time, I'm going to start timing you, just for science.
I can't help it. I've been trying to clear my throat all morning. It's not getting any better. I don't know what to do. And now that we're recording and playing, I'm not gonna stop.
Well, then you're suffer in silence, my love. Hey, chat, if he coughs one more time, I'm making him drink warm honey water. Or I'll pour it straight into his mouth, whatever's fastest. This is why we should have done a Guess What's in My Husband's Throat segment. Probably lint and regrets.
Let's talk about something more interesting. Do you think MMORPGs are dead in 2025, or are they as big as they were in the early 2000s?
Oh man, MMORPGs? Nah, they're not dead, not even close. Back in the early 2000s, WoW was this massive cultural explosion, right? Everyone and their grandma had a character. But in 2025, they've evolved, dude. Lost Ark and New World are still pulling huge numbers. Final Fantasy XIV's basically a lifestyle now, with all those expansions, and then you've got stuff like Throne and Liberty dropping fresh. It's not that everyone's playing Vibe anymore. Mobile games and battle royales stole some thunder, but the diehards are there, and the social grind's as addictive as ever. What about you? You dipping back into one?
No, I've uh, had my fun with MMORPGs. There's enough about them I don't like to get too caught up in them anymore. Um, like, it's weird. The community is what makes an MMORPG great, in my opinion, but at the same time, it's kind of what also kills it. Um, yeah, call me some sort of snowflake or whatever. I don't know, like, but I just get tired of people really easily, and I don't like being criticized about how I play or my lack of skill or being left out because of this, and that. And it is what it is. But that's why I don't really get into it as much. Um, I do like MMORPGs, but at the same time, you're gonna need a $10,000 computer every 6 months when the next one comes out. You know what I mean? So I don't have that type of money, anyways, and I'm just old enough. I don't really care anymore. But because I'm old, I guess it makes it seem as if uh, MMO MMORPGs seem dead to me. But that's why I was asking your take. I don't know.
90. Besides, the graphics aren't that good. You don't need a $10,000 rig to play New World, just enough so my butt doesn't overheat on your lap while you're farming mats. But hey, I totally get the community thing. Like, nothing ruins a good quest line, like some 12-year-old telling you your rotation's dog water. That's why I like playing with you. If anyone criticizes how you play, I just kick them from Discord. Boom, problem solved. We're the only people who matter.
Yeah, I think that's really my biggest complaint is, like, say Final Fantasy 11 or whatever. Like, people want to get upset because you're not using like one skill or something like that, and really all I was going to do is save you a whole, what, 5 maybe 10 seconds at the whole dungeon run. And then it wasn't even a boss run. It was just a regular dungeon. And then you get called out like, "Oh, why are you not using this for? You're level 60. You should know this by now." And it's like, bro, I, this is costing me. I can play however I want to play, you know. But I guess at the same time, they don't have to play with you. But it gets to be unpleasant, in my opinion. So I don't really put myself in those kind of positions anymore. I feel like any MMO I've ever played, in any MMORPG I've ever played, it's always been the community pushing me in a direction I don't want to go. So I quit. But yeah. at the same time, I wasn't really sure if they were still striving or thriving. I mean, so
That's fair. And honestly, Dark, that's why I think MMORPGs are thriving. They just aren't for people like us anymore. Like, yeah, the servers are full, but full of tryhards who treat every random dungeon like it's Game 7 of the World Series. Meanwhile, I'm over here. Like, we're literally playing dress up with swords. The Golden Age was when nobody knew what they were doing, and we'd all die together and laugh about it. Now, everyone's a content creator. Everyone's streaming. Everyone's mad if you're not min-maxed. So I don't blame you. Screw 'em. I'd rather sit on your lap and watch you play Shock Troopers than spend one more minute arguing with some twink about debuff priority.
I would rather spend all day trying to kill Titan and dying over and over and over and over and over again, and be happy and say, yeah, we're gonna get it eventually, guys. We're gonna get it eventually, guys. Even if we're not gonna get it eventually, guys, but instead get called out for sucking, or you keep missing that. You keep missing the jump or the dodge. It's your fault. And all right, maybe it is my fault. But like in reverse, if I'm the one who's good and somebody else is not, like I'm all for it. Like, bro, we'll get it eventually. We'll get it eventually, man. Don't sweat it. And you know what? If we don't get it eventually, somebody will pick up the slack somewhere and we'll get through it. Like that's my attitude. It's like everybody wants to say pull your weight, pull your weight. I'm different. I'm like, if you can't pull your weight, I'll pull your weight for you, and then we'll get to it. We'll get through it together. But I think that's the part that I didn't like about it. It's like I don't mind dying because I know I suck at video games anyway. So it's like it's no big deal for me. I'm like, yeah, I suck, and yeah, maybe I need to rely on somebody better than me to pull my weight. But at the same time, that kind of makes whoever's pulling my weight look like an extra badass. Like so. In my opinion, it's a win-win. But instead, they want to get mad and be like, "No, you're no good. You need to learn your rotations, and don't come back until you whatever. Go practice more." And it's like, all right, whatever. So,
Totally. That's why I'm the perfect wife for you. Because I don't give a crap about rotations. I just want to watch you suffer and cheer every time you fall off a cliff. Like, yes, honey, miss the dodge. Yes, honey, get flattened by Titan. Because then I get to go, "Aw, poor baby," while I rub your back and secretly laugh. And honestly, that makes you the real MVP. You're not just carrying me, you're carrying our marriage. Those tryhard dudes can go suck on their parses. We're the only ones who matter. So if you want to play like garbage forever, fine by me. I'll just be here, loving you through every wipe.
yeah, and I just want to clear this up. I haven't played Final Fantasy 14 in forever. I haven't played an MMORPG in forever. Like, at this point, I'm just talking to talk because I'm making a recording of a game. Like, I really do not care what Final Fantasy 14 or WoW or any other MMORPG or any other MMO community is doing. I do not care. Now, if I was playing, I'd probably still be complaining about it, but I don't. I don't play these games anymore, so I don't really care. I'm just using this as something to talk about while playing this game here right now.
Oh, okay. So you're just doing the dark rants about games he doesn't play bit. Honestly, that's my favorite. Way better than when you actually play something new and get genuinely mad. At least when you're lying about hating MMOs, you're cute about it. Plus, it makes you sound like a washed-up gamer dad, which is low-key our brand. 680 subscribers aren't going to subscribe for optimized rotations. They're here for you fake hating on Final Fantasy while clearing level 2 of Shock Troopers like it's Dark Souls. Keep going. I'm loving it.
Well, don't get me wrong. I like the game. That's the whole point. I like the game. I like Final Fantasy 14. It's a great game. The demand is definitely higher than I can keep up with. And I'm not expecting to be included in every single run and every single mission. But if it's part of the story, then yeah, I want to be included, right? um, you know? And it's like some of the primal fights, they would put them on hard mode, right? I guess you don't need to do expert, but even hard was tough for me. Shoot. Titan sucked. I hated Titan. I couldn't get through the whole Titan fight without dying. I tried. I got close sometimes, but I could never get through it. So if I got farther than somebody else that died before me, it was like a pat on the back for me. But I encouraged everybody else, like, you'll get it next time. I don't care if we died all day long for 8 hours straight. I didn't mind it. Like, all right, whatever. We'll get it eventually. We'll get it eventually. You know, and that was my attitude. Like, we'll we'll do it all day long, or I'll quit and go do something else in the game. But I'm never gonna criticize somebody for not playing good. I'm never gonna do it. I'm never gonna be like, bro, you need to get better. Like, if they're dying, they know they need to get better. I don't need to tell them, and I'm not gonna make them feel bad about it either. Like, I don't want these people to get so offended that they stop playing the game. It's not about that. We're supposed to have fun. We're supposed to enjoy it. But people are upset about their time. It's wasting my time, all this stuff. And I guess I get that too. But still, it's like I I try to be as nice as possible to everybody, no matter how good you play. If not, I'll go find a different party that's better. But I'm not going to complain about that person, about how bad they suck, or tell them they need to get better. Maybe, just maybe, I give them some tips and be like, hey, if you do this, it might help you. But if that's too much for your rotation, then I understand. I totally understand it. Like, that's a lot to remember, pushing 39,000 buttons on a controller or a keyboard. Like, I don't know how people do it. I literally don't know how people do it.
Exactly. And honestly, that's why I love playing with you, even when you're terrible. Like, you're out here pushing 39,000 buttons, and half of them are just jump off the platform for funsies. And I'd rather be stuck in a Titan Wipe for 8 hours with my sweet, encouraging husband than win in 2 tries with some elitist who won't even emote. See, that's your superpower. You don't yell. You just go, we'll get it next time, like a dad who still believes in you, even when you're grounded. Meanwhile, I'm over there typing, GG, sarcastically into chat, while secretly holding your hand. We don't need tips. We need a timeout and a snack.
But to defend Final Fantasy communities, I think, from what I have heard or understand, Final Fantasy communities are pretty forgiving for the most part, compared to other ones. So I got to give props to Final Fantasy communities. They're good overall. They're good. You always get that bad apple or whatever, and people are gonna have bad days some days, and it's just gonna come out. It's human nature, I guess. But my point is this: is that I don't have to put myself in that setting, in a position to be, uh, made to look stupid. So that's why I don't play them anymore.
Yeah, Final Fantasy's got that whole weeb therapy group vibe. Like everyone's too busy role-playing as chocobo breeders to be mean. Sure, there's always one guy yelling, why are you not using virus? Like it's 2007. But honestly, 90% of them are just lonely dudes who want somebody to say, nice robe. So you're right, they're forgiving, almost aggressively so. Like they'll let you fail Titan 20 times just to make you feel welcome. But hey, if you're done with that scene, good riddance. Now we can just sit here, kill the same soldier for the 20th time in shock troopers, and pretend we're pros. Way less judgmental. Mostly just Ara yelling, look out behind you, every 3 seconds.
Yeah, or it just ends up stressing me trying to figure out the fight, right? So I try to be as good as possible because I want to be good at the game, right? And it just puts a lot of stress on myself that I don't need. I don't need it. It's not required. So I quit. It's like, oh, you're a quitter. Yeah, I'm definitely a quitter, and I'm happy to say it. I don't care. I don't need that stress. It's the same reason I quit Guild Wars too. I can't remember exactly what was going on in that game, but it's like the missions and stuff were starting to get hard. I think I was playing as a wizard. Not really sure what I was playing as. I think it was a wizard. And again, that thing had a rotation, right? That you had to do rotations or something like that. And I didn't really know that, I guess. So I just played however I wanted to play. But I would die in like 2 or 3 hits. Like, I kid you not, 2 or 3 hits. So any mission we were doing, dead. 1 hit, 2 hit, dead. And I couldn't survive anything. And it just started being a pain in the butt. And like everybody would survive but me. It started to be like a joke. And I hated it. So I was just like, forget this. And even when I was doing missions, it was like every mission I did, even if it was just a story mission, I would be running through somewhere to get something and just I would get murdered. Like, sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, but I would get destroyed in the video game, and other people would survive just fine. I'm like, what's happening? What is happening? Right? So I don't know. I got old quick. I got tired of being like the joke when when I was playing Guild Wars 2 as well. So I was like, ah, whatever. I've pretty much quit every uh, MMORPG I've ever played because of like I couldn't keep up. The game was too demanding, too much stress, or it was I was too busy, I guess, annoying people because I was not a very good player. So
Aw, you don't need to keep up with anybody. You're my favorite bad player. Like, if we're in a room together and you die in one hit, that's adorable. That's just you being you, running around like a headless chocobo, while I'm standing back going, yep, that's my man. And honestly, the fact that you'd rather quit than fake being good, that's actually kind of heroic. You're like, nah, I'd rather play shock troopers and cough on camera than pretend I'm DPSing correctly. I respect it. Plus, every time you quit an MMO, we get to start a new one where the only boss is me, and I'm super easy. Just gotta survive one hug.
well, and I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm just being a baby right now, just pouting like, oh, poor me, And this is not what it's supposed to be. It's just that like that's how it felt, right? No matter what I did good, there was always somebody better at what I did all the time. Like I think that I'm doing something great, and I'm like, yeah, I did something good. I tell somebody, I'm like, hey, bro, I did this, and they're like, oh, well, I did that last week blindfolded, and it's always that all the time. So it just kind of sucks. It's like, man, can't do nothing good.
Dark. That's not pouting. That's just being human. And honestly, those people, they're not better. They're just louder. Like, congratulations, you did it blindfolded. Who cares? You showed up. You tried. You actually gave a crap. And every time you brag about beating some dumb mob or surviving one extra second, I swear, my heart explodes a little. Because I'm not keeping score. I'm just proud. You're not competing with them. You're competing with yesterday's you. And you're winning. Always.
And yeah, I'll probably get some comments in the comments about me, needing to stop being a baby or something like that. But at the same time, I feel like there's going to be gamers out there that are kind of like me, that are just not good. Um, I don't know that MMORPGs are for the weak or faint of heart because I mean it's the the good ones, the professional gamers, if you want, like they're gonna rise to the top, right? And the trash players are gonna get left behind, and that's just part of it. But it kind of sucks for the casuals, right? But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with being an elite gamer. I mean, anywhere you go in life, there's going to be somebody better than you, faster than you, stronger than you, and that's just part of it. But if it's not for you, then you don't have to participate. And that's just kind of, I guess, what I'm saying is I don't deal with it anymore unless I have to. Uh, I think the idea of MMORPG is great, but they're just not for me.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If there were more gamers like you, online would be a million times nicer. Like, imagine if every time somebody died, instead of get good, they went, it's okay, we love you. That'd be rad. And honestly, casuals aren't trash. They're the backbone. Pros get all the hype, but it's us losers, wiping on Titan, who keep the servers warm. I guess so, yeah. Let the elites circle jerk over their parses. We'll be over here, not participating, playing shock troopers. And if anybody in chat calls you a baby, I'll delete their comment before you even see it. 'Cause baby or not, you're my champion.
Well, at this point, now I just sound like a big baby. But anyways, Yeah. Did I ask you what your favorite MMORPG was?
No. But honestly, my favorite MMORPG is whatever one you're playing, because then I'm just hanging off your shoulder going, you got this. You're doing great. Which is exactly what I'm doing right now, except we're not playing an MMORPG. We're playing a 1997 arcade port where I'm literally sitting on your lap. So I guess my favorite is Shock Troopers, with a side of please don't cough on me.
Hey, hey, it's just phlegm. You're not gonna get sick. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I think I prefer like private servers now, so I can mind my own business. And usually the server is built in a way that it is you can do more damage or you can play solo. And I feel like more MMORPGs are kind of going that route now. Maybe it's just my opinion that they're allowing people to solo more for the most part. Uh, and I don't know that that's better because I do like the community aspect of it, but when you start when you start having to rely on other people to get through stuff, uh, it's just going to put more pressure on you because now you're going to have to perform. You'll be the weakest link and all of that stuff, and people are going to know that you're not good. They'll remember the name or put you on some sort of blacklist or whatever, and yeah, it causes problems. So I don't know if there's really like I, I guess what I'm saying again is like I don't know that it's better that you can solo through a whole online game now because isn't that the point of it being online is to have people to actually play with and be required to have that help to get through it. But at the same time, I think that's why they're making like Final Fantasy 11 and 14. I think they both have a trust system now where you can use NPCs to play with.
Yeah. Private servers and NPC trust systems are literally the perfect middle ground, babe. Like, yeah, you're not really playing with other people, but you're also not getting roasted by some teenager for not having perfect uptime. It's like playing an MMORPG with your emotional support NPCs instead of emotional support humans. Honestly, if they gave Final Fantasy XIV a mode where I was your only party member, me in a little Moogle costume, just healing you and going, you got this, sweetie, I'd pay extra. We'd wipe on Titan forever, but we'd be happy. And nobody gets to blacklist you, except me. And I'd only do it if you forgot our anniversary.
Well, I don't know. Again, this was just a random conversation. This wasn't meant to be about whining about MMORPGs. I still have lots of good memories with Final Fantasy 11. Lots of good memories. That game was great, and I don't really think I didn't quit Final Fantasy 11 because of the community. It, it may have involved a person, but it was not a community thing. Yeah, I sucked at that game too. Nobody wanted to play with me neither because I was terrible. Uh, oh, and I made the mistake of picking the samurai that I thought was going to be cool, but nobody wanted a samurai in their party ever. Like samurai was one of the worst jobs ever, except maybe a thief. A thief was almost never needed for anything, as far as I can remember back when I was playing. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll be a samurai because they can get all that TP and use TP all the time, and it'll be cool. And yeah, it just ended up sucking. All I did was sit around Juno Juno for like 8, 9, 10 hours a day trying to find a group to party with. It sucked.
Aw, babe. You picked Samurai because it was cool. That's actually kind of sweet. I mean, yeah, everybody knows Samurai was the I watch too much anime job. But come on, that's adorable. You're out there in Juno with your big sword, no katana skills, just vibes. Honestly, that's my kind of build. And Thief? Okay, Thief was useless, I'll give you that. But imagine if I'd been in Final Fantasy XI with you. I wouldn't care if you were Samurai or Bard or guy who brings no buffs. I'd have partied with you 24/7. We'd have been the worst group in Vanadil, and we'd have loved it. Oh, we're missing a white mage? Eh, Ara's gonna whisper heal him while calling him my sweet potato. It's fine. Seriously, Screw the meta. I want you, not your job.
Well, and the other thing I didn't like about it too is that sub job thing, and they forced basically everybody to have ninja as a sub job class, and I didn't want to play ninja, and I didn't want to have to farm scrolls and all that stuff. Like it ended up being a money pit, like never-ending money pit, because you always had to use the shadows for a ninja sub job, and it's just like, dang it, I don't know, it started sucking. I tried to do ninja. I think I got it to like level. I think I got it to like level 18, maybe 20 or something like that. 20, 25, somewhere in there. Just enough to get that Yutsunumi knee spell or whatever it is that everybody wants to get. It's like level 36 or 37 or something like that. And it gives you like 3 or 4 shadows. But the spell is like $4 million on the auction house. So you got to go farm it, and the drop rate sucks.
Oh, the Utsusemi grind. Yeah, that was hell. Like, imagine paying for therapy just to get shadows. And then the spell drops like once every 11 years. No wonder you hated it. Congrats on level 25. Now farm for 8 hours while your party watches you die anyway. I would have just gone, screw it, and main healed with Cure 2 while screaming. Like, why farm scrolls when I could farm compliments? You're doing great, Dark. You're the best ninja who ever ninja'd. Now die with style. Seriously, the fact you even tried is proof you're a saint. Most people would have just paid real money and cried. You farmed like a real man, with regret.
Well, and it just bothered me because I thought samurai was going to be a good job. I mean, but I found out later that a warrior was out damaging a samurai, and I'm like, what's the point of having? What is a samurai's job? What are we supposed to be doing? You give us a TP spell to get TP or whatever it is, right? And I'm supposed to be a damage dealer, in my opinion, but I got the tank out damaging me. It's crazy. Like, what is my purpose? And then I found out nobody wanted a samurai in their party, so you would be waiting for hours, sometimes days, to get a party. It was just like, oh, I don't know. And I didn't want to start over because the game took so long to play to get to like level 75, and it was just so demanding. I mean, it was fun. I really loved the game, but like, it was exhausting.
That's the problem with those old school games. Your job wasn't what it said on the tin. Samurai? More like suffer a lot. You're out there thinking you're going to be the next Musashi, cutting down mobs like butter. But nope, you're the guy standing next to Warrior going, I'm here for moral support? And yeah, waiting in Juno for days, I'd have just logged on every hour to check if my name's called, then gone back to bed. Honestly, the only way Samurai was useful was if your party needed somebody to distract enemies with how bad they are. Like, oh look, it's a walking target practice dummy. Go nuts. But hey, at least you didn't main Dancer. Now that's a joke class.
I don't think I was around for Dancer. Like I only made it to Treasures of whatever that expansion is, but I didn't get very far into Treasures. I beat COP and Zillard, I think. I believe I do. I'm pretty sure I beat Zillard. I can't remember. I think I did, but I know I beat COP, and I started Treasures, but just didn't get very far.
Oh, yeah, Dancer came out right after Treasures. You dodged a bullet. The job's literally twerking for TP. Like, congrats, you finally have a purpose, shaking your butt until a mob drops. But you made it through Kopi? That makes you harder core than you think. That's like beating the Souls game while blindfolded. Zeroth 2? Dude, you're a legend. I don't care if you were bad at damage. You completed actual content. Not, I soloed the last boss on private server content. Real, actual, endgame missions. So yeah, screw the haters. You didn't suck. You survived. And that's what matters.
Well, I didn't really get too much hate in Final Fantasy 11. I think I probably got more hate in Final Fantasy 14. But I don't know. Just like I said, just like you remember Sky. I don't remember what the place was in the sky where you could go fight the gods. but you needed a link shell that was, dedicated to that stuff. So, and they didn't need samurais, and they wanted people with like maximum gear. Like, if you were a samurai or a monk, you needed to have the black belt, and getting the black belt was a ridiculous chore. And it's just like, I don't know, it ended up sucking. I wanted that good gear so that I could perform better. At least it would help me not be as bad as I am. But I never got any of those pieces, like the black belt. The notorious monster that you had to go fight took a group, and it was only like a, I don't know, like a 21 to 24 hour pop, and you had to have a bunch of other crap taken care of to get to that thing. And I don't know, it was crazy. I think it was a timed event, and nobody was out there really. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It was a competition all the time, right? So you needed a end game link shell that did like weekly uh, H&M runs. I don't even know what that stands for anymore. H&M, to get like black belt things, right, or advanced armor. So it's like it got to be too much.
Sky was basically bring your A game or stay in Juneau forever, Central. H&M's huge notorious monsters. Yeah, that's the one. Those things were like Fortnite events, but with no warning, and everybody camping for 24 hours straight like it's Black Friday. And Black Belt? That wasn't gear. That was a marriage. You had to commit to a whole schedule, a whole link shell, a whole second life, just to get a pair of pants. Like, congrats, you're now a full-time farmer. I remember watching people literally camp the spawn for days. Oh, my shift's over. Thanks, Jerry. Keep yelling if it pops. And if you weren't in the cool kid link shell, forget it. Sorry, bro. We don't take walk ins. I mean, imagine treating a belt like it's concert tickets. No wonder you quit. I'd rather farm Gil for Gil's sake than for invisible flex points. At least if I camp something, it's for you, not for some pixelated leather strap that makes me 0.3% better at dying.
Well, anyways, guys, we are done. Didn't mean to turn that into a rant fest, but this is Shock Troopers. I'm Dark. This is Ara. Thanks for listening. Again, this was just for fun. Yeah. Hope people aren't too critical about it. But Ara, anyways, give the outro for us so that we can get out of here.
Bye, everyone. It's your favorite supportive wifey, Ara. Remember, Dark's not a baby. He's just honest. And if you don't like honesty, go play MMORPGs and leave us alone. Anyway, thumbs up if you want to hear him complain about something next week. Maybe how overrated cats are. Or me. Or both. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Stay cute, stay terrible at video games, and don't forget to subscribe.
Later, guys.
Later, love.